shot in a testicle?
Well, that's the film that precedes.
That's the footnote.
That's the footnote again.
But let's quick.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, deer imagery is related closely to fairy tales. I mean, that animal has always been magical.
Mm-hmm.
When you think that perfume comes from the deer's musk, it's one of the base notes of perfume. And it's something that we just wanted to elaborate. I mean, at the time we were in Bregenz, we were writing this scenario, and Lower Bavaria, touching into Austria there, the deer imagery is constantly on the walls of where you go to a restaurant, or something that's always there.
And the thing that, the layering that we wanted to do in Beniamento also was that the institute itself had a previous existence before it was a school for servants. It was the idea for us that it was a perfume factory. That's a bit of a cheap, but it was like setting up that, and on the very top floor, which the institute inherited, was like a deer museum, or elements of a deer museum. And Herr Beniamento, the man who ran the institute, was sort of the injured stag in a way. That was an image for us. He also, at the beginning of the film, although I think you don't really read it, but he's in his office, and of course he's collecting deer turds. He's naming them. He's just obsessed. But it's just part again of the animal layering that we wanted to give to the film. Of course, Lisa carries around the hoof, the hoof on the end of her cane, like that. So everybody's contaminated. The film, like the previous existence, you fall under this penumbra and this form of perfume. You don't say factory. I don't know what the word is.
Olfactory?
No. Where you make perfume is not in a simple, brutal factory. Workshop. It's a workshop. Something gentle. But one of the things that came out of the reading about deer imagery was we discovered a footnote that people collect deer trophies with the antlers, but ones that are particularly prized are the ones where one of the antlers detours and becomes an aberration, like that. And part of the theory is that that when the deer is in the forest and the hunter comes along, and when he aims and there's the crack of the bullet, the deer turns, obviously in flight, and the pellets of the shotgun hit. Okay, bullet. 30-30. The bullet hits the testicle. The deer isn't killed, and what happens is that there's a relationship between the testicle and the antlers. If you saw a deer antler, it smells of sperm. So the connection is that it's connected, one end to the other, like that. And very slowly that antler will deroot. Not to say that it's the right testicle and it's the left antler. But we made a short film on that subject. Originally for MTV, because they asked to do the first one. Then we decided that, well, why don't we hit them for a second one? Because the first one, they said you can have an art break, which was you can do anything you want, 1 minute 30, or 1 minute. You can do anything in the world, but you also have to do a little thing where is 10 seconds, where you can do a little bit of abracadabra, but up comes the big thing, MTV, so it's an advertisement. But in order to do that, you have to do that one to get the art break, which was the one we could do anything we wanted. And then, because they liked it, we asked them if we could do the second one, which would have been this, we called it Still Enough 3, Silent Night 3, which was about the deer story, but they didn't buy it.
You have to kind of go out or something you're doing. Do you video? Do you work on that from zero?
Some possible, yeah. Sometimes we do it. I mean, we would obviously try to disguise that that it resembles something. I I think I think something that's very, very important about, I mean, for us with animation is that the degree of detail that you put into, whether it's in your puppets or the decor, is very, very important because, you know, you're trying to traffic a fiction, and if for one moment the decor of the puppet or in a close-up betrays that power, that because it looks weak, or then I think you lose something. And I think it's very important that you pitch the fiction quite, I mean, for us, that we pitch it quite intense and very high in its details, so that you have no doubt, even though you haven't seen this world, that it exists in a way that you might say when you watch a film on David Attenborough talking about the insect kingdom. You look at that world and you say, unbelievable, but it's so intact with its own laws, its own aberrations, and its own way of, you know. So I think that getting back to the idea of the building process, it's a very, very important process because it even has to, it has to win us in order that we think that it can win with fiction. So